Here's a trip into the Santa Monica Mountains, starting at Malibu Creek State Park. The trip starts out at the picnic area near the park headquarters buildings, although this is already 7/10 of a mile from the parking lot. In spite of a lot of blue sky, we also had quite a bit of fog when we first started out. But it didn't last long as we traveled upstream through these beautiful oak trees. And here Dale wends his way up the trail, heading for some higher ground, where we find some pretty interesting and picturesque scenery along the way. In fact, we stopped quite frequently along the way to take a look at it. This is a relatively easy hike with not too much in the way of elevation climb. And here we'll take a little time to pan around and take a look at this scenery. This area has been used quite a bit over the years for the filming of movies and TV shows, as we are about to find out. But first we're going to take a little side trip to visit Century Lake and look at some of the reflections from the water behind the dam. Then we traveled on up the trail until all of a sudden we ran across the remains of an old Army ambulance hidden in the bushes. It turns out that this is the area that was once used for the filming of the old TV series MASH. There's also the skeletal remains of an old Jeep that was left behind. Then Dale decided to look for some little higher ground where we could get a better overall view of the area. And there's the Jeep down below. It looks sort of forlorn down there with a picnic table next to it. And here's the landscape you would have seen in the old MASH TV series. I suppose parts of Korea probably do look like this. And then of course there's always the trip back, where in this case we crossed Malibu Creek on a small bridge, and then we find our way back to the parking lot after a pretty nice hike of roughly 6 miles.